Ballet and the Pieter Toerien Theatre honouring a rock band that has truly stood the test of time and time again. The Queen Show, a family-friendly production that's aiming to thrill people with its magic, but I'm not going to give it all away. It's a huge pleasure to welcome to the show here on ENCA Dirk Badenhorst, the Queen Show director, and also sitting next to me is the lovely ballet dancer Tsibambu joining us. Good to have you both with us. Happy New Year. All the best with the production.
Thank you very much.
I want to talk to the staff first, if that's okay. So tell me a little bit about this. What are we expecting?
So basically the Queen Show, like you said, it's just throwing tribute to the famous Freddie Mercury and all his songs. And it's just it's a lot of fun. It is for the old, the young, the bold and beautiful, basically.
And the man in charge, Dirk, lovely seeing you again. Always, any production you seem to touch, South Africans just seem to flock to. And what South African doesn't love? The Queen story.
Exactly. So when I was approached by two of my dancers, Michael Reevy and Angela Reevy, to choreograph to the music of Queen, I immediately said yes. We've just had the huge success of Bohemian Rhapsody, and so it really is a visual explosion of super dance talent on stage, great costumes by David Hutt, beautiful choreography by the dancers, and a beautiful cast. Long, leggy ballerinas, beautiful on-point, off-point, contemporary, classical ballet, beautiful male dancers. As you can see, we have a beautiful Cuban dancer, Javier Monier Juve, who just brings something of a flair that only the Cubans have, and mixed with the other dancers from Cape Town, from Joburg, from Pretoria. It is a great way of celebrating South Africa, showing despite everything that goes wrong in our country with politics and with load shedding and an economic recession, in the dancing world, if we can dance together, we can live together, and that is the basic message of this. Come as a family, come sit back and really see how we can get it right, and this is what it's about.
And I find it amazing, Tsibang, that it doesn't seem to matter what generation of people I speak to. Very young people, not me and Dirk, perhaps more like you, and the slightly older generation, respectfully. Everyone knows Queen music. Everyone knows the We Are the Champions. Everyone knows Bohemian Rhapsody. And so for yourself in this particular production, what are you playing? What's your role in this? And how do you bring the energy? Because when we think of ballet, as Dirk was saying, long, leggy ballerinas, your words, not mine, how do you bring that energy of a Queen rock concert to a ballet?
So it's just basically showing the fusion between the two, because we've also added contemporary, so it's not just predominantly ballet, and the contemporary just gives more of like a body feeling, and so it's more approachable to the other people that don't necessarily know what ballet is. So yeah, it's very beautiful to watch, and my role is just basically just wanting to be loved. So
as Freddie Mercury did.
Exactly. Absolutely. And I just play a role of just wanting that type of attention from everybody, including the audience, and at the end I get it, so it makes me quite
Spoiler
excited.
Alert, by the way, spoiler alert. But I love the idea of being able to bring something like the Queen story to ballet, not just because it's contemporary and slightly different, but it is going to bring that younger audience. And we just had Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie, almost reliving the Freddie Mercury story. And now we have this. This isn't by mistake. You want a younger audience.
Absolutely. We have to, you know, I travel the world a lot. I adjudicate, I go to shows around the world, and it's always the Purple Ribbons Brigade that's at the ballet. And it's by design, I think, to a certain extent, but we need to get the audience in much younger. And in South Africa in particular, there has been a kind of a desert of taking care of the arts and the artists. And so we want to bring the youth in. We want to re-inspire the youth to not all become forensic psychologists, because this is what she's studying. No, they need to see it as a full-time career so that we can do it. But we also need to bring everybody back to the theatre. And so the cast is truly, truly reflective of South Africa in every way. It really, really is. And it's beautiful to see that. And the music brings you in, the dancing keeps you there, and the dancing will also bring you back. And that's really what it is. And the Pieter Toerien Theatre is such a great theatre.
It is a lovely theatre.
Wonderfully situated, great restaurants, great parking, the tickets
great access. It's very central.
Easy.
People can get there. I'm sorry, forensic? Psychology. Is that what you said? Where in the world do you find time to do that? How's that going for you, trying to be a full-time ballet dancer as well?
I do half and half. So I've got quite academical parents, so it's making both worlds happy, basically.
Okay, well, before you start making me feel more stupid, in fact, I'm going to ask you to tell me about when we can start seeing you with us. We've seen some of the training ongoing and the practicing, rehearsing. Before Dirk yells at me, wrong term, Gareth. Rehearsing. Come on, Gareth. When can we start seeing the show?
The show has been running from the 8th of Jan until the 19th of January.
That's quite short, though. What happened
Yeah,
there?
2 weeks. Well, normally we even sometimes only get a week at Pieter. It's such a busy theatre. So when he gave me 2 weeks, I said, let's do it in January. And impressively, the audiences have been great. It has been fantastic. They jump up on their feet, they start clapping along.
So it's interactive. You want people up on their feet.
Really, it's not Swan Lake. And there's nothing wrong with Swan Lake. I love Swan Lake. But this show is really a wonderful way to kick off 2020 and to say, let's make this year a beautiful year. And so it's great. And as Tsebang has said, it runs until the 19th of January. And it's just incredible to see the talent that we are honing. Because we have some dancers. The one ballerina is 15. And she did the one very classical solo last night. And I literally stood with tears in my eyes. She did it too, Love of My Life, which is such a beautiful solo. And she just portrayed it. She has such innocence. And then you have Tsebang, the very opposite, full of energy, pumping and giving you great dancing and somebody to love. And in the end, we all end off with I Was Born to Love You, which is just so catchy, because what I want is for people to walk out singing the tunes and knowing the tunes and just being, I'm ready to face South Africa and the world.
Who would have thought you could bring Queen fans to a ballet concert? Congratulations to both of you. I'm sure many South Africans are going to come watch it. I'm certainly going to try and make a plan to come see this as well. Dirk, thank you very much. Tsebang, thank you so very much indeed for joining us. Dirk Badenhorst, the Queen Show director, and the beautiful ballet dancer Tsebang joining us. The Queen Show on at the Pieter Toerien Theatre at the moment. 8th to the 19th of January. There you can see it on screen. Make a plan. Go watch it. It's going to be a good start to your year.